Hi guys, it's me again. Just showing you another run through, kind of testing out some different capture programs. This one's a little bit lower resolution, so it's kind of a little more choppy than the other ones have been. This time I'm gonna try and do it a little safer. Do it to where I'm not getting as much aggro off the mobs, and just kind of letting my Voidwalker do smaller pulls. Um, every time I've tried to pull this whole first part, including the big circle of them at the bottom, I've had to sacrifice the Voidwalker, which makes me sacrifice a Soul Shard. So I've just kind of done this whole group of snakes in the one rock. Um, I pop Blood Fury again, very important. If you can pop Blood Fury, you get a lot more spell damage off this. Depending on what level you are, your Blood Fury, I think, gives you a different amount of spell power, I think. Um, and just let him get his taunts in. Uh, and if they put those debuffs on you, it reduces armor. If they put that on your Voidwalker, make sure you let that wear off before you do this pull, because he will take a lot more physical damage than he has in the past. Um, and I don't have my armor buff on, but make sure, because especially in this type of pulling, you want to make sure you have as much armor as possible, because it really reduces your damage, physical damage done to you. Uh, if you, anytime you feel like you're getting too low on mana, right there I got the Shadow Trance. That gives you an instant cast Shadow Bolt, which once again I believe that's only Affliction that gets that. Uh, and if you have Necrosis, it will give that uh, icon in the middle of your screen, and also warn you in your chat bar down there that you have your Shadow Trance. And whenever you have that, use it, because it'll usually get these guys down about 75%, depending on how much smoke power you have. Um, this pull, I just do this one ramp way. Um, I did life tap some. If you're Affliction, you can also use the Dark Pact to take your pet's mana. But in this case, sometimes you kind of want to watch out for doing that, because then he won't have as many taunts. And you'll notice, I believe it's this next pull, I have to wait a little bit longer for him, because he needs to get a few taunts in and he doesn't have enough mana. To wait for his mana to regen before he can use the taunt ability. This part, I missed that one, that last one last time, and if you want to do the full pull, there's a way up to the right back there that comes all the way around above where I'm standing right now, and then comes down to that ramp you see right above the mob right there. It comes down that ramp, and you totally avoid this cavern, but you get a lot more of these elementals here. This time, I decided I was going to wait for my Blood Fury, and it increases your spell power by 103, as you can see. And you can usually get about 2 Ragefires in, depending whether you pull aggro or not. This guy, I was running low on health, so I did a Death Coil, which critted right there. I was running a little low on health, and that gives you, it fears him for a few seconds, and also returns some of the health to you. Anytime you feel necessary, you can Hellfire like I did right there. There's only a couple guys on you and they're pretty low on health. That's usually one of the better ways to go. You don't have to sacrifice your Voidwalker. It does put you down a little bit of health, but then in this next mob, just make sure you put a couple Siphon Lives on. If you're Spect Affliction, if you're not, just make sure you do a couple Drain Lives in there to get your health back up. And you can either Dark Pact right here, which he doesn't have enough mana to do at this point. So right now I probably want to life tap and then drain life. But on such a small pull, that mana and that health is plenty good. Uh, then this next pull, like I said before, make sure you get aggro off the caster, so you don't pull him. And then if it's just this area, one area at a time, you can usually drain mana off the caster, which theoretically turns him into a melee class then, and also returns mana to you, which is really nice. And I just let him get a little bit of aggro, then I rain a fire on them, and when they start running at you, if you're this close, it's pretty safe to just leave it and don't switch to your dots or destro spells yet. Um, it usually, the zone's a lot bigger than you think. It usually keeps hitting them until the very end. And then on that one, when the guy ran at me, I killed him. And then this is my normal rotation. I thought I'd show you guys my normal rotation here. Immolate, Corruption, Unstable Affliction, and then Curse of Agony. All 4 dots are very nice. I mean, if you dot them up on any, that's normally my rotation in an instance. That's how I do the most DPS. Thanks for watching again. The cape drops again, which has a pretty good drop rate on this guy. If anybody's interested, I made a blog. It's biggerbeast.blogspot.com. You can kind of check it out. I'll be posting bonus information there. Along with this video, I should be posting my talent trees. Once again, I just thank you guys for watching, and check out my blog. And if you like it, subscribe.